We welcome you again to your favorite weekly Pidjen radio show, Special Report Sunday. Today's report took over a year to prepare. We initially sent out reporter David, name changed for privacy, to a location in the state of Colorado, in the United States of America to interview people about a sensitive, yet intriguing subject. What was supposed to be a day or two of work turned into 14 months of unanswered calls and police investigations, only for our colleague to one day come into the station, looking like he has seen the gates of hell open, and witness what horrors lie beyond them. David is a reporter. Has been for about 9 years. Good one. The kind of person that thinks the truth is worth pursuing no matter the price, which really aligns with our values here in Pidjen. About a year and a half ago, we sent David to Grand Junction, Colorado. We had been hearing a name. A local name, the kind that circulates underground and doesn't make the papers. And we wanted someone to go in, talk to people, see if there was anything of merit to the rumors. It was supposed to be 2 days. 3 at the outside. Talk to a few sources. Get a feel for it. Come back and we would decide whether it was worth pursuing further. David checked into a motel on a Tuesday. He did not come back for 14 months. Grand Junction sits in a valley in western Colorado. About 60,000 people. Largest city on the western slope. The Colorado National Monument is to the west. Red Rock Canyon. Sandstone walls that turn a deep rust color at dusk. The Grand Mesa sits to the east. Largest flat-topped mountain in the world. Forests up there. Alpine lakes. In between is the Grand Valley. The Colorado River runs along the city's southern edge. It is, by any measure, a striking place. David told me later that it's as if the geography did something to his thinking. That being enclosed on 2 sides. Canyon wall to the west. Mesa to the east. Changes how you understand the word. Exit. I thought that was a strange thing to say when he first said it. I've thought about it many times since. The name we had sent him to investigate was the Chicken Whackers. If you've spent time in the underground economy of Colorado's western slope, the shelters, the encampments, the places people end up when they've run out of other places to be, you may have heard it already. It surfaces in certain circles. You may have come across it in other formats, other places. What David found, in his first 2 days on the ground, was the following. The name has been in the public record longer than most people know. There was a stabbing in Grand Junction in 2003. At the trial, a psychiatrist testified that the defendant had not slept for 4 days before the crime. That he believed the group had killed someone close to him. That they were communicating with him through the body of the dead. The term chicken whackers was spoken in open court. Nobody defined it. Nobody asked for a definition. In 2018, a man set fire to his motel room on North 1st Street. Police responded. They asked him why he'd done it. He said the name. Just the name. And then he stopped talking. A private investigator in Grand Junction had spent years collecting accounts from people willing to speak. She told David the testimonies were consistent in ways that were hard to explain if the whole thing was fabrication. Always tied to the drug economy, always describing the same patterns, always coming from people on the margins who had no reason to coordinate a consistent story. She said she never found proof. She also said, where there's smoke, there's fire. Law enforcement, when David approached them, split into 2 camps. Some called it urban legend. Others went quiet. David told me the quiet ones were more informative. He wanted to stay a few more days. We said yes. Then a few more. We said yes again. Then he stopped asking and we stopped hearing from him regularly, and by the time we understood what was happening, months had already gone. Here is what David described to me, over the course of several conversations after he came back. Conversations I found very difficult to sit through. He said the group does not operate the way people assume. There is no recruitment in any conventional sense. What there is a sequence of small dependencies. Someone needs something. The group provides it. then something slightly larger, then something else. By the time a person understands what they have agreed to, they have been agreeing for a long time. David said he watched this happen to people he had gone there to interview. He said he felt it beginning to happen to him. That is the part one keep returning to. A man with 9 years of experience, sent on a 2-day assignment, who stayed 14 months, and cannot fully account for the time. He talked about surveillance. About the sense of being watched that arrived before he had any evidence of being watched, and the evidence that eventually confirmed it. He talked about a camera. Someone filming in the dark, in a place where there was no reason for anyone to be filming. He talked about the way fear is used there, not through direct violence but through patience. Through suggestion. Through making a person feel that the walls of the valley are much closer than they actually are. There is something locals call the Grand Valley Curse. The idea that the valley holds people. That those who are born there cannot truly leave, and those who leave always find their way back. David said people carry jars of dirt from the valley when they travel, so that the leaving at least feels like it was their own decision. He said he did not believe in it when he arrived. He said by the time he left, he understood it as something else. Not a curse. A condition. Manufactured and maintained by people who benefit from other people believing they cannot go. David left through Fruita, west on Interstate 70, at night. He said he heard the name again 40 miles south, in Delta. He said the network is wider than the city. He said the western slope is very quiet, and that quiet is useful to people who need things to go unnoticed. He said no one has ever been arrested under that name. Not once. Not in connection with the drug trade, not in connection with anything else. The name does not appear in a single charging document in the state of Colorado. He said that is either because the group does not exist, or because they are very good at what they do. David is not doing interviews after his return. He is receiving care at a facility I am not going to name, because he asked me not to. What I can tell you is that he is not the same person who drove into Grand Junction on that Tuesday, 18 months ago, with a recorder and 2 days' worth of clothes. The people who know him well will tell you the same. Something changed. He does not sleep the way he used to. He does not talk about the future the way he used to. He asked me to put this out before he went in. He said he couldn't do it himself, and wasn't sure he ever would be able to, but that he didn't want it to just sit there. So that is what this is. Grand Junction is a real place. The canyon is real. The river is real. The valley is real. And whatever is operating in the dark there. Whether you call it a group, or a legend, or something that grows in the particular silence of an isolated economy far from anywhere that's paying attention. It is real enough that we sent a reporter in for 2 days and did not see him again for 14 months. It is real enough that he asked me not to use his name. I'm honoring that. Until next time, I've been Jay Fisher, and as always, be safe out there.